which you want to see these open items, you can even edit the date and can change, and accordingly you can run the report as well. So going and executing this report, you can see the line items over here which are open line items. So you can see these are marked as red. Red means open item. Over here you can see that the transaction has been posted. This was the document we just posted with $100, where the total invoice became $108. So you can again select this, go over here, and you can check the document. So that is it. And as of now, the vendor ledger is concerned. As of now, in the vendor there are two open items there. That means these are the two invoices for which the payment is pending from the company. So this is how the text code, the input text code works. Now moving up to the output text code. For output text code, we'll be making a sales for which we'll be booking a customer invoice, and we'll see how the output text is calculated. So moving to the screen, next is /n FB7070 for customer invoice. Now over here you need to select the customer, so we'll go and we'll take the customer from over here. Mind it, I have taken only one customer or a vendor I have created, and I am all doing the testing on that. But you are supposed to create multiple vendors, multiple customers, multiple ledgers, and you need to do all practice on different customers, vendors, and things, so as to have a more and more better understanding and knowledge about the system. So selecting the customer over here. Now you can select the invoice date as well. Suppose I take the invoice date of 10th and the posting date also of 10th. Now I will be putting an invoice of, suppose, $3,000. You can put the invoice over here, invoice date. You can even put the text as you want. And now over here I am making a customer invoice. Basically means I am making a sales, against that I am booking an invoice against the customer. So I will be moving over here to select this GL, which will be credited for the customer invoice. So now we'll be crediting the sales account, because when you book a customer invoice, the customer gets debited and the sales account gets credited, or the revenue accounts get credited. So sales account has been selected, and now putting up the amount. Now the next thing comes up is the text code. So over here you need to select the text code. So the text code over here now is, let's see the list of text codes, and I need to take the text code that is A5, which I have just created a while back. Next you need to select the text jurisdiction code. So as of now, again there is only one jurisdiction code. You are supposed to create a couple of more text jurisdiction codes, and you should test in them. Next you need to move with the help of the tab, and you can select the business area. So once you have selected the business area, now enter. So now I can go and select this calculate text. As you will select, you can see the box over here is changed, because 5%, A5 was the text code, and A5 where the percentage was 5, so 5% of $3,000 is $150. So it's calculated over here. That means the actual sale I am making is of $3,000, plus there should be a tax of $150. So I need to change this amount of the invoice, the total invoice amount. The total invoice amount now will become 3150, whereas the actual sale is of 3000. So the tax which is calculated is on this amount, that is 3000, and the net total amount comes out to be 3150. So this is how you need to do. Enter, and you can see it will become green. So it became green because I have transferred the amount from there to here, and now the balance will become okay. So once this has been done, now I can go to simulate, and as you simulate you can see the transaction. The customer is debited with $3150, whereas the sales is $3000, and the total sales tax comes out to be $150. So this is how you need to take the tax codes, and has to be taken with the transactions, and accordingly you can book the taxes. Now I can go over here and you can post the transaction. So as you post it, you can see the document has been generated over here. Now suppose I want to see again the customer ledger. So to have a look of the customer ledger, you need to go to the transaction code FBL5N. L5N. So as you execute this, you need to select the customer, and now I am again running only for the open items. So as you select, the open item is executed. You can see there is only one line item as of now, that is the one we just posted. So that is 3150. In this screen, if you want to see what is the text code used, so even that you can go to this change layout and you can select those things. So if you move over here, now you can take various things from this particular screen, like the business area can be taken on the screen, on the main screen. Then next I could take up is you need the posting date, so you can select the posting date over here as well. The next you can take up is the reference, that is the bill number can be displayed to you on a screen, and next the text code. So all these things you can take from the right side to the left with the screen, and it all taken up on this side. So once after that you need to copy or enter over here. So once did, you can see these things have been taken up over here. So the posting date has been reflected 10/11. The reference number, that is the bill number, invoice number is over here, and the text code used for this invoice posting is A5. So for segregation of different line items on the basis of taxes, these particular columns becomes important. So this is how you need to work. These are how you would be posting transactions for input and output taxes. Now there are certain reports which you should know, like one is how many taxes are there as of now, how many tax codes are there in the particular system, how will I come to know about it. So for deciding to look after how many tax codes are already in the screen in the system, you need to go to /n and you need to take this report S_ALR_8701235, enter. So as you enter, you see there is no company code because tax is related with the country. So you need to assign the country over here, US, and then you need to take next is the chart of account, so that we can see that what are those tax codes which are actually relevant for my chart of account and my company code. So for that I will be taking up my chart of account, that is 1000. Once you took this, you can execute over here with this report. So you can click onto the execute. Now as I executed, you can see the report generated is there are these number of tax codes, and the tax code types are A and V. A represent the output tax and V represent the input tax, and the description of the tax codes are also reflected, that V8 is for 8% taxes, then A5 is for 5%, I1 is for 6%. So all the details related to these tax codes have been reflected on the report, so it can be helpful for you, and such reports are always asked in the business. So this is you need to know. Now the next report is tax return for USA. Now, as I said, tax return basically means how much taxes you have paid and how much taxes you have taken or collected from the sale of goods. So it basically means the net of output and input, and on the basis of that you decide how much taxes you are supposed to pay to the government. So for that, the transaction code is again S underscore ALR underscore 870123994. So I will be executing this report over here. As you can see, S underscore ALR underscore 870123994. Enter. So in this screen you can see record of use and sales taxes. You need to put the company code because company code is taken as a legal entity for the country, and on the basis of that only the taxes and are filed and all the returns are filed. So we need to take the company code 1200. Then you need to take the fiscal year for which you are running this particular tax code report, and if you have a particular posting date, like if you want to pay the taxes as per the monthly basis or a quarterly basis, you can put the date range over here and accordingly you can run that report. Now the next things comes out to be jurisdiction and the tax code. So if you want further selections like selecting the taxes, the record of taxes as per the jurisdiction wise or as per the tax code wise, you can even select those things over here and you can run this report on the basis of that. So over here if I take the jurisdiction, you can see there are so many jurisdictions over here, but for your country what is relevant you need to have a look. So for my company only this is needed. So as of now I will not be selecting any tax jurisdiction or the tax code, but you can have multiple tax jurisdiction, you can create multiple tax codes with them, and you can do n number of different postings with them, and then you can run this report and you can see how the report reflects the data to you. So for example, I am right now running only with this much of informations. So now executing the report, and you can see the report has been executed and it says that Xerox LLC, which is a customer, has got 150 as a tax. The next is TCS, again 53 as a vendor, he is a vendor. Then these are the different details which are reflected to you, and this comes out to be helpful when the returns are filed. So you can see that tax jurisdiction TXU, that is the jurisdiction created by us, the net base is this and the net taxes is 33855. So this is how the report runs, and you need to understand this report well. So this is how all about the taxes, creating of tax, input and output. The same thing you can do, you can create different tax codes with different percentages, do different transactions, run these reports, try to understand this, how it works. This is what is more important, and this comes to you only when you will be doing more and more transactions in the system. So thank you, till the next session, we'll see you then. Bye bye.